Hello and welcome to Aftersound Review, and right now I'm gonna review one of the IM that I consider to be one of the best tuned IM for $100 budget. And this is my review for Junukima. Junukima costs around $100 and it's using only a single dynamic driver, and just like usual I will break down this review from the build fit, frequency response, sound and comparison. Junukima has one of a really good design for my eyes. It somehow reminds me of the Moondrop Kato thanks to its cut like this and with this whole metal and matte body, but it's definitely on the smaller side compared to the Kato, and it feels quite solid in my hand, at least for now. And the nozzle part is also made of metal. It's using 2-pin connectors with twisted and braided cable. In terms of ergonomic, I find them quite excellent. They easily fit my ears perfectly. Maybe just a bit of complaint here. I do feel that when I'm wearing them daily, the cable is a little bit on the microphonic side and it can a little bit heavy at times. But other than that, I feel the housing is just excellent. The tonal balance of this IM simply can be described as very well balanced. Simply said, it has one of the best balance at $100 price point. You could see that the main elevation may be just around a little bit on the bass side, and after that it has adequate enough mid-range, and treble is smooth without any noticeable peaks, and that's exactly what I hear from this IM. This IM is just so safe. It's almost neutral. I mean, not in any kind of measurement, it's almost kind of neutral when I'm hearing them, because the bass itself is very well controlled and clean, but I do feel that it may be lacking some excitement from some people. Okay, now let's talk about the bass or low frequencies first. I do feel that this IM has good enough extension, very tight and deep kind of bass. But the thing about the bass is it definitely lacks oomph. It lacks quantity for those who feel like they are bass head. I would say that because I'm not a bass head myself, I find that this quantity is just enough for my daily needs. But I do feel that for some EDMs, for some very exciting music, I do miss just a little bit of bass kick here. But nevertheless, it is a very clean, well-tuned bass that could go deep and also very tight. It's just a really clean, tight bass, but not really punchy in any way. Simply said, the mid-range is one of the most balanced, other than Truth Ear Hexa for me, but this Junukima wins in terms of timbre. Well, the great thing about this IM is maybe it's not the softest or smoothest in terms of mid-range texture. The female or male vocal doesn't sound as soft as some of the LCP diaphragm IM like the Tinti T Plus or the KOA Gimlet. But the thing about this IM, I find that any kind of song I throw at them, I play them, I do find that it is very well balanced, starting from the very low male vocal like Josh Groban or Michael Bublé to the soft and thin sounding male vocal like Michael Jackson, even some raspy vocal like Freddie Mercury, into female vocals from the soft like Joyce Chu or IU and Adele. Those songs, those artists that I mentioned, I tried them through this Junukima and I find it's amazingly well tuned. I don't find any shoutiness. I don't think that it is tilted towards male or female vocal. It's just very extremely balanced and also quite forward. So I really enjoy a lot of vocal in this IM, even though it is not really made for vocal. I think because of that I don't really get that smooth texture from the vocal. But in terms of balancing, in terms of making everything sounds as natural as it should be, I do find that the Junukima is just amazing in this area. And after that, the treble is also like the mid-range. Is really safe. I should say it's not really extended for my preference. Like when I'm hearing some violent music like La Primavera or La Campanella, I do find that the treble is lacking a little bit of bite and extension, also sparkle in the upper treble region. But other than that, for me, the cymbal sounds quite realistic, and also some percussion in the high area sounds good enough. Simply said, in terms of tonal, I'm not saying about diffuse field, neutral, or any kind of neutral here, but I do find that this IM simply could be perceived as somehow close to neutral, but with some bass boost. It's just a little bit of bass boost there, so it making things just a little bit fun and well balanced, extremely well balanced from top to bottom. Maybe for me, it can be a little bit too safe for some genres like rock music or classical that I find I kinda missing some bite here and there, but nevertheless, that's just my preference. In terms of tonal alone, I would say that this is simply one of the best for $100 budget. Unfortunately for me, in terms of technical performance, I do find this IM to be quite lacking. I mean, comparing them with some of the well-known IM around its price point, well, this IM costs $100 for exactly its $99, compared to the Truth Ear Hexa at $80. I do find the Truth Ear Hexa has better performance in terms of layer, imaging, and also separation. And comparing them with another $100 price point IM, which is the 7Hz Dioko, I do find the 7Hz Dioko is almost simply another level. It's just unbeatable in terms of technical performance. And also, if you compare them with the Shure S12 at right now, it's only around $120. I find in some stores it is for me completely different level. The Shure S12 has better soundstage, imaging, layer, detail, and resolution. So simply said, this IM, even though I do find the soundstage a little bit wide for the price, but resolution, details, imaging is just okay. I wouldn't say it's bad, but for right now, because the competition is just great at this price point, the competition is just very harsh, this IM simply couldn't compete in terms of technical. So from my point of view, this IM has only one weapon to fight against the other, which is the tonal balance. It is simply one of the most balanced IM. For example, compared to the other IMs could be like the Juno Titan S, even though I would say that it's still on the neutral or balanced kind of side, but the treble and upper mid-range could be a little bit too much for some people. And compared to the Dioko could be a little bit too U-shaped for some people, will feel lacking in the mid-range presence. And comparing them with the Truth Ear Hexa could be lacking in dynamics and timbre. And even the Shure S12, even though it's much more resolving, it can be perceived as more V-shaped and more piercing for some people. So yeah, that's what I say about this IM. This IM is just simply maybe I would argue that this is the best $100 tuning compared to the all. Is the most balanced of them all, but yeah, it could lack some dynamics and fun factor. But in terms of technical, it's just not really competitive enough. That's all I could say about this Dunukima. Overall, still a good IM if you want something that is really well balanced with just a little bit of excitement, here and there. And maybe I could say that it's quite recommended to buy this Dunukima. Okay, now here is my score for its tonality. For me, the tonality is just good. It's simply one of the best that I really have tried. And then the technical part, and this is my final score. And just like usual, my final rank could be changed because of the advancement of technology and also change in my benchmark. And if you are interested in seeing my score and my rank, you could see in the description below in my rank list. Okay, I think that's all I could say about this IM. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.